Okay, yes. Our question is, who's better, the UK or Canada? Because obviously we've got a Brit in one corner and we have a Canadian in the other corner. So
I don't know if we're better than you. Maybe that's just a very Canadian response. I just watched this video of Americans came over to Toronto and they were saying like, bash this basketball team, and it was like an American basketball team, and the Canadians were like, oh no, I can't do that, and like they couldn't like,
they're just really,
no, and like the people who did insult them, they were just like, oh, we're gonna beat you. Like, that's what it was.
You must have mean Canadians though.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe that there's like not mean Canadians somewhere.
I'm one of the aggressive Canadians, or like people are, I don't know. Everyone has assholes, but
you're one of them.
I think Canada is people just don't know about us. I think that's what it is. And I'm here. I've been sent as representative. No, I don't think the government would ever send me as representative for anything.
I don't think so either.
I'm going to let you know some facts about Canada, though. And I want to know some facts about Zangland. Zangland. Did you know that we technically have a part of Mars?
Why?
Because, thank you for asking. Because,
what a great podcast this would be. Oh, really? Okay, great.
Doesn't question anything. So when they were doing like space, when they were working on like space research, Canadians had a large part in it. So they named some craters on Mars after Gander, Newfoundland, because we put a lot of effort in, because Canada is freaking awesome, and that's what we have like some craters on Mars.
No way. I wonder if we have one next door.
that you own of ours. Like, we have one, but you guys own it.
Well, technically, I mean, like, you may own that Mars one, but who owned you first?
It's like, if somebody, I become successful, my mom's like, yeah, but really I'm the successful one, because I made that.
I made you do that.
So, did you know that you can write a letter to the North Pole in any language in Canada, and like the postal code is HOHOHO, ho ho ho, and and they'll respond to you. They'll write you back a letter. Santa will. Did you know that?
No way.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my god, I need to write her a letter. I'll just write you a letter, you ho ho ho.
Yeah. Did you know that Quebec manufactures 77% of the maple syrup in the world? She disconnected on me. She doesn't want to know about the maple syrup in Canada.
Hello.
I want to know about the maple syrup in Canada. Where did she go? She doesn't want to listen to me anymore.
Hello.
Why did she? Oh, she's back. Hello. Did you know that 77% of the maple syrup in the world that's made is from Quebec?
No way. Because also, oh my god, that maple syrup that you brought me back the last time that you came back from Canada was fucking delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I need you to bring me more of that again.
I will.
And it was shaped in that glass maple syrup leaf.
I know, we're so pure. We're just the best. Before I go on, do you want to share something about London or England?
London. The Queen is life. I don't know if you've been watching The Crown recently.
But when I was living there, I really thought like more people in England would be like, the Queen, and praise her. No, a lot of people I met were like, the bloody Queen. Like, they were just annoyed by her. Do most people?
I think it's just like, I don't think people admire her probably in the same way they did maybe 50 years ago. Like, they're not as disconnected as such. Like, I do think bringing like I don't know really how to put this, because it's like, it's not a disrespect sort of thing, but they're so much more accessible as like people to us nowadays, with all of like, they're all on social media and things like that, and I feel like people generally get closer in the times that we live in. So I feel like they have become like more accessible, and then you have things like The Crown, which completely rips them, and that's so disrespectful. The Crown would not be made 50 years ago because it wouldn't have been producers wouldn't have been let it be made, because it's a disrespect completely, where now you can do that and it's fine. So
but my question about The Crown is like, where are they getting their facts from? Because I mean, I'm sure a lot of the things that they're hearing are from people who used to work in the, I was gonna say in the White House. People used to work in the palace. Is that what it's called? Is it the palace? Yeah. Like, so I mean, thank you. I should know that. I mean, how accurate are those accounts, right? And I always thought, I mean, especially with this Princess Diana thing coming out, right? Everyone's like tuning in. I guess there were more viewers watching this season of The Crown than there were watching Diana's wedding. Like
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and because it
is,
was,
I mean, I do think a lot of it is a lot of bullshit, because obviously they don't know what goes on between Charles and Diana in their private conversations. It's a lot of imagination. And ideas of like what is going on, because obviously not much of it was completely addressed, but
I just always thought that, I mean, it's entertaining, don't get me wrong, I love the series, and I think the cast is unreal. Like such good casting, but it's just, I don't know if I would take that like verbatim, right? I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, but this happened. But it's especially people like the younger generations who, you know, I don't know when they got married, because I don't think I was alive when Diana died, or if I was really, really young. And
it was 1997.
So I was a year old. So oh, look at you, come on, facts. Spit them.
Because it was the year I was born, so I'm pretty sure she was, I was born in February and she was like August that she died or something.
I mean, it breaks my heart about how she passed. I mean, I have a lot
tragic.
of respect
oh my
for
god, so tragic.
and especially because, you know, and she did such a good job of working with the paparazzi and being in the public eye, and the fact that was her demise, and like that's heartbreaking. And I feel you know, I often wonder like her sons, because that was such a pivotal age for them to lose their mom. And I just kind of, I don't know, it's like when you watch it, I just think, I mean, I personally don't understand paparazzi anyway. I don't know how you can
I do wonder what she would have been like now. Like, I wonder what she would have been like now.
But anyway, I just thought, you know, I don't know if we should be, I think we should take it into account, but it's not facts. You know?
But anyway, we have the Queen, which obviously inspired the Crown. We have Big Ben and Tower Bridge and London Bridge, but most people think that Tower Bridge is London Bridge. So the pretty one that opens up with the, you know, lifts and everything. They always think that's London Bridge, but it's not. That's called Tower Bridge. And London Bridge was actually, right now, the one that was built in the 1830s is in Arizona.
Arizona, like of all places.
I know. So America bought the London Bridge. That the original 1830s built London Bridge was bought by America,
flex.
And it's been rebuilt in Arizona somewhere. So yeah.
Like that is such a flex. I mean, I know that like England, you guys always get like the jokes that people make about the fact that you guys have like taken a lot of other countries' artifacts and then you put them in a museum and they go, they're ours now, but we're gonna put a label on it saying that it was yours at one point, but we took it and now it's ours. I love it so much that you're like, and not only that, you put it on display. I think who was the comedian that he did a whole comedy skit about it, and he was like, yeah, we take it and we put it on display and we put the little label template saying this was yours from this point to this point, something that you really treasure, but it's ours now. And I was like, because it's so,
oh god, what's that? I don't know who that is.
It's he's always on Countdown, and but he's so funny. Acaster, James Acaster, is that his name? Anyway, but yeah, it's like I such a flex for the Americans to go, I want it, I got it.
That's so true. We want your bridge, we can have it. To be fair, they were probably like had to like rebuild it anyway and was just like, we need to get rid of it, let's sell it to the Americans. I'll have it.
So they were really just thinking.
Yeah, it was probably needed to be like redone.
So in Canada we have provinces, right? We don't have states, and we have a prime minister like you guys. We don't have a president. So in one of our provinces,
yes, because you have Queenie of your Commonwealth.
Yeah, because you guys own us. We didn't even have a flag for the first, I don't even know how many years, fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, I read that somewhere. But we have, so British Columbia, most people don't know like all of the, we have 10 provinces and three territories. And on the far west coast, we have British Columbia, which is where I currently am, which is painful that I had to think about that. So Nanaimo, British Columbia is one of the places here, and they have an annual competition where they take their bathtubs and they race them.
Is it on wheels? Like what?
No, it's like, I think it's on the snow.
Like a sleigh.
And it's an annual it's an annual competition that we do. Also, I don't know if you know this, but we have like, you know, on the highway, how you guys have like, so on the highway, we have these overpasses, and you know how there's usually overpasses. I don't know what you guys call them. I can't remember. But for our overpasses, because we have so much wildlife on the West Coast, especially like in Banff, where we have, you know, like the bears and the moose and all of our Canadian animals and the elk, we have put grass so the animals can cross safely over the overpasses. So like as you're driving, it's like this land that goes over top, so you can, like, when you're driving, you can see like animals crossing over top, so that it's like safe way.
That's so cute.
I know. And it's just a safe way.
Aren't you just the cutest?
It's just the sweetest. Oh, did you know that some of the most powerful superheroes were thought of by Canadians? So like Wolverine, Superman, thought of by Canadians. And
you also have Justin Bieber. Isn't he Canadian?
He's not a superhero. He's a wonderful person, and I think he's a sweetheart.
But also, did you not say in one of our other podcasts, that's why I got to be in London right now? It's like, this is where you really want to be.
Yeah, I love London. I'm always proud to be Canadian, because everyone always seems to underestimate Canadians, and I chuckle at it. Like, we do get defensive about it, but
how many times have people thought you're American?
Okay, listen, I have nothing against Americans, right? And it's not like, whenever I get defensive about being Canadian, it's not that I have a problem with Americans. It's just that we're very proud of our own identity, and we are different. We are. And I didn't have an issue with it, and I always thought that we were very similar to Americans before I traveled and I moved to London and I lived in New Zealand. When you move, you start to have an idea of like how much of a difference there are between Canadians and Americans, right? So when I was working at the Ned and I was serving and I came in contact with people all the time, my annoying ass Canadian accent isn't necessarily hidden. It's there, right? And I understand that when you first talk to me, or any Canadian, or, you know, you will think we're American, because we do sound the same. We have the same, you know, we talk with the same way. Everything is in the back of our mouths. You guys talk in the front of your mouth. Yeah, it's the same accent, right? A little bit different. And I never take offense when people go, oh, well, where in the States are you from? And my response is like, really north, you know, because it's
very, very north.
Yeah, like
past the border north.
No, and I'm just like, and I completely understand. I never take offense to it, because I know that it's hard for people to, I can't tell the difference between all the fucking English accents, you know, if they're northern or I don't know, right? Like most times I can't tell the difference between like Welsh and Scottish. I don't know, right? So I don't take offense to it. What I do have an issue with is when people come at me with things like, isn't it the same thing? Aren't you a part of the States? What?
I'm sorry, what idiot has ever said that?
Chuck a geography book at you. No, I mean, I've had the question of, don't you guys live in igloos?
No.
Yeah. Like, if you just mess with them.
Yeah, you do. I've been. You do.
Do you have a pet beaver? Man, I wish. I mean, like, you get some of the weirdest questions, right? And then this is my favorite that people do, and it's just kind of, especially when I'm serving, and I'm just like, a couple things. They'll either go, oh, I have a cousin in Toronto. And I'm like, me too.
I probably know.
Yeah, I'm like, they seem to think that our population is like nothing. So we just know everyone. Or they'll, you know, if I speak French, this is like because I mean, I grew up in a French immersion school, so I can speak French. And when I went to Paris, when I was living in London, traveled to Paris, and I spoke to them in French, and they spoke back to me in English. Because it was Québécois français, and it's not Parisian French. So they were like, nope. And I was like, why?
How different is that? How different is Canadian French to...
Well, you know how the biggest difference between the Canadians and Americans is that our vowels are overpronounced, and that's where the A comes from. Which, by the way, every day working at the Ned, people would be like, "I know, eh?" It's not even like, we don't even go A. I know, A. We go, I know, hey. Like, and the H, you just can't hear it as much. It's just like saying I know, hey. But that, and then the boat thing. It's not a boot, like a boot. It's more of like a boat, like a boat. That's usually what it is. And it's only, and good job. That was really good. And that's the hardest part to correct in acting, by the way, is saying about, because most characters are American. So you have to say like about and like make the A the biggest
about
thing, and not the about.
Yeah.
About. Anyway.
I got about.
It's in the French, like for me at least, I think that the Canadian French accent, the biggest difference is the fact that we just overpronounce our vowels as opposed to the Parisian French. Like they're just very cacophonous when they use their accent, and it's very sharp.
So would they not really understand what you're saying, or they do, but like it just sounds really weird and they're like, who is this person? Do they know that you're Canadian French?
Oh yeah. They'll know, like when I say like even saying merci beaucoup, like they know immediately that it's because it's like the beaucoup, like it's very vowel-y. Or even like it's kind of like, you know how your English and my English, it's like you understand me when I'm speaking, of course, but there are certain words that you guys use that we use different words.
Ryan Reynolds. You have Ryan Reynolds.
Right. Okay, this is going to bring me into this. I made a list of Canadian actors / mostly actors who most people don't realize are Canadian, or half Canadian, and they need to get their due diligence because we have a lot of great comedians in Canada that nobody ever pays attention to. Okay, I'm gonna rattle through them here. We have Rachel McAdams, Catherine O'Hara, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Seth Rogen, Jim Carrey, Michael J. Fox, Mike Myers, Michael Cera, Dan Aykroyd, William Shatner, Will Arnett, Eugene Levy, Dan Levy, Keanu Reeves, Matthew Perry, he's half Canadian, Howie Mandel, Pam Anderson, Cheech and Chong, Tommy Chong. Those are just a few of them. There's more, but nobody ever.
Just a few, just a touch.
Because people just go, I didn't realize they were Canadian. I'm like, yeah, we have hilarious people from Canada because it's so freaking cold. You have no choice but to be funny. So it's, you know.
Otherwise life would be miserable.
I mean, I know that I have some pent-up aggression about this, but like even touching on the comedy thing, or the comics thing, it's illegal to make a comic about doing something illegal. So you can't have like any criminals, like they can't do any criminal acts. It's illegal to make a comic about it, which I didn't know.
Really? Why?
I think it's just the the Canadians went, no, we don't promote that here. No.
That's crazy. Oh God.
So like I have a few more. We have the most lakes of any other country. So that's pretty cool. Come swim with us.
The what?
Most lakes. Like the water.
Most lakes.
Like the body of the water. Have you ever heard about the Ogopogo?
No, what's that?
we have this water monster in British Columbia that lives in the Okanagan. Sometimes I hear the things that have been normal to me growing up out loud.
We have the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, but it's like the same idea.
Scotland.
Right, that is in Scotland. You're right. I forgot about that.
Loch Ness.
Have you heard of the Have you ever heard of the Westboro Baptist Church?
No. So
there's like this crazy church in the States, like this crazy church who have like spewed like some really lot of nonsense. They're banned from Canada. They can't come in Canada. How bad do you have to be banned from Canada? Like they've just said some like really horrendous things. They believe that like homosexuals should be like burned at the stake. Maybe I'm exaggerating there, but they're like really bad people, in my opinion. But yeah, they're banned from Canada. How bad do you have to be banned from Canada?
That makes sense why they should be banned from Canada.
I know. I do have more Canadian facts, but I will lend my part on this. Canada eats more mac and cheese than any other country in the world. And I think that alone deserves a merit badge. Personally.
I'm not a fan of mac and cheese. I'll stay in England. Yeah, no. It's just too much.
Too much of what? Good?
Cheese. Although I love cheese, but just not mixed in with pasta.
That's a sin. Too much cheese. That's not even in the English dictionary, that sentence. Nope. What else? What do you have any other facts about London, England?
God, I had them here.
Oh, you do? Tell me. I lived there, but I didn't do as much as, learn
We drink a lot of tea.
Yeah, what is it with the tea? What's the proper way to make a cup of tea?
You boil the kettle.
Good start.
And to 100, you put a tea bag into the cup.
Yeah.
And you put the water in, and then you put the milk in after. Some people put the milk in before, and you boil the tea in a teapot and then pour it into the milk. But hey, all of your own. And also scones, or scones, whatever you like. It's jam, then cream.
You put cream on your scones?
Yeah.
How are you guys?
What do you put on your scones?
I don't really eat scones. I just usually you put them all in my mouth. I don't even think about dressing them in something fancy. Yeah. You guys have when I lived there, had I not been working 80 hours a week, 78 hours a week, I probably would have been obese, because a lot of your foods are the most fattening, your pies and your sausage rolls, and everything you have is so my aunt, when she lived in England when she was younger, she gained she's tiny and she gained 20 pounds. It's true, the food that you have there is so fattening.
Yeah, but it is. Good, yeah.
It's tasty.
But I feel it's not as bad as America, in terms of fast food,
because the quantities are smaller in England. But it's
my cat just came in. Jackie, come here.
Hi, Jackie.
Oh my god, you're so cute and fluffy. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, Jackie. Oh, Jackie, you're so cute.
He's so cute.
I love black cats. I love them. Do people make fun of your accent? Do you get annoyed when people try and do British accents?
No, because they're normally crap. I know few people who can do, and do you know who actually can do a really good British accent is Renée Zellweger.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So good. I thought she was British. I had no idea.
Yeah, same.
The thing with the British accent, because I've tried doing it too, is that I still work on it. Is that it's hard. First of all, you guys have such regional accents, and everybody has a mix of things, right? And it's hard not going over the top with it, because we hear it as over the top. Our perception of your accent is so over the top that it's, when we try and do it, we think that we're doing the exact same thing, but you guys just have a more relaxed way of doing it naturally, because it's your natural accent.
Everyone always thinks when you do a British accent, it's hello.
Because it's so over, it's everybody really rounds everything, right? And it's the one thing that I did learn from the vocal coach I work
give me
with.
Your best shot at a British accent.
Girl, don't do this to me.
Say
it's 8 a.m.
we're going out tonight and we're gonna get wasted.
So my thing is that
in an Essex accent.
In an Essex. Okay. Oh god. Do you remember I told you that when I started acting in London, because my boyfriend at the time was from Essex, I was practicing my British accent, and I did in Essex. That's all I knew was his accent, right? I didn't really know. And I tried doing it, and my agent went, "Don't do that." I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You will never be asked to do an Essex accent as a woman. Ever." And I was like, "Really?" "No." She goes, Go look at Keira Knightley. And I was like, I can't do a British accent because I'm Canadian.
Oh, go on.
I can't.
We can just cut it out if this is shit. So just give it a go.
I'm gonna do it in the next episode because I need to practice. Because I over vowelize. I'm gonna start that over vowelize with I round it too much. Because
I'll do my American accent. Oh my god, no, wait, stop.
American accent's
okay.
way easier to do.
Oh my god, we're gonna go out tonight and we're gonna get fucking wasted.
I love that that's the sentence you chose.
That's what I said to do. I said to, oh my god, we're gonna go out tonight and we're gonna get fucking wasted.
Because it's whiny.
That's so American.
I get asked if I can do an American accent as a Canadian. And I'm like, well, it's pretty much the same. But like I said, it's just watching your vowels. You just have to I almost clench my jaw more than I need to because I have a very loose jaw with all of my vowels, right? And you have to clench it a bit more to sound more American and then cut off your vowels, right? So it's very
of my vowels. It's very
Yeah, unless you're like a valley girl, and then you have like more authority to kind of sound like you haven't been educated for the first 9 years of your life, and you're kind of putting it together like as you go. And in which
like
case,
really don't know
and you can add like a bit of a Kardashian twang to the end of it, where you're just kind of weary on everything you're saying. So I like the Boston accents though, because I think the Boston accent, like, by the way, that's my biggest worry, is that I sound like what I just did.
A Kardashian.
That has been always my big, especially living in England. I was like, please, for God's sake, say I don't sound like that, because I am the Jersey accents are one of my favorites, because I just think, especially like some Mark Wahlberg, you know, just I don't even think he's Jersey, but like just like, you know, the New York, like kind of Brooklyn-y, you know,
Boston, go get some bagels.
It sounded
so
like
typical.
Bill Crosby.
It's such a stereotype for everyone's accents, because it's like, if you do Canadian, it's like a boat.
A boat?
Like, everyone will always go a boat, a boat. And then if you do like a Boston American accent, it's like, go get some bagels, yeah. Like, Johnny, what's happening? And if you
honestly
British,
sound
it's
like
like,
Bill
oh, I'd love
Crosby.
some tea.
Well, I mean, when I make fun of like the British ones, you know, the whole like beep beep cheerio and like and everyone does that, and then you just like because everyone, it's a caricature, right? Everybody over exaggerates the accent that they're going to do, which is why with American, especially when you watch like British people do American accents, they make it like almost militarized, like they make it so like
that's why I think the most typical American accent is like a Kardashian accent. It's like, oh my God, Kim, stop.
Everyone does the Valley Girl accent because it's the easiest
I can't find my diamond earring.
I mean, like Southern. I like to do the Southern ones because I find that the Southern ones are nice and easy to sit back and relax into.
I can feel you there. We're gonna get the barbecue out. We're gonna watch the sunrise on the cotton fields.
Yeah, so anyway, now back to Canada and England. I don't think that one of us is better than the other, and we're going to ignore the fact that you own us. I think that we have, you know, I just think that there are things that people needed to know about our countries that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
So now here we are.